thought it appropriate to cut the last video a little bit shorter so that we could devote more time to covering inheritance. So let's say we wanted to create a class called manager, and a manager is a type of employee, but a manager has more roles and more specific behaviors compared to an employee. So this is a situation in which we would use inheritance. So the manager, by inheriting from employee, this is signified by putting employee in parentheses next to the definition. By inheriting from employee, the manager will be able to define all of the same instance data as well as have all of the behaviors that the employee has. And then that gives us the freedom to add more on top of what's already existing. So the subclass still needs to have an init function, self, and it actually still needs to take all of the same arguments. So we will pass all of these arguments right back into the manager class. And maybe it takes some additional arguments. So a manager will have a list of employees that work under him or her, subordinates, and that would be an example of some extra instance data that may be added into the child class. The employee would be called the parent class, and manager would be called the child class. So we need to initialize employee by using super, which refers to the superclass, the parent class, employee, dot init, and then we need to pass all of those arguments that the employee requires into the init function for super. So now we've initialized the employee, and then we can create our new instance data the same way we created instance data in the employee class. Cool. And then on top of that, we can add new methods because the manager is obviously going to have different behaviors. And we can also do what's called override methods. So we can take methods from the employee class and change them, give them different definitions. So let's say the calculate paycheck and calculate overtime methods are just fine. Those things are going to work exactly the same for a manager. But the manager may have the ability to change the positions of his employees, his or her employees, or perhaps give them a raise. So we may have two new methods, give promotion and we'll need to pass in the employee as an argument. So we'll say employee, oh, and also we'll need to pass in the new title of the employee because they'll be getting promotion. So position equals title. That will change that employee's properties. You can also say give a raise. You can call that just additional earnings, for lack of a better term. And we also, of course, need to take an employee as an argument. So employee dot wage is going to be incremented by this additional earnings. So these are the two new methods that a manager has that an employee doesn't necessarily have. And we can also do what's called override methods that are from the employee. So the getInfo method will actually be a little different. The signature of the method, meaning the arguments that it takes in the name of the method, are exactly the same, but it has additional functionality. So we can say string equals super, going to the employee class. We're going to get the original string from the employee class, which is going to be all this information, and then we're going to add something to it. So plus equals, we will say, actually, we can use a for loop because we need to list all of the names of all the subordinates because that's a list. So for employee in subordinates, we can create a new string called employees, employee names, just make it a blank string. And of course we need to specify that this is self dot because it is the instance data. There we go. Employee names we'll add the employee.name plus a space. So all of the employees' names separated by a space, or maybe a dash. So it'll go employee name dash, employee name dash. Then we can just say return string plus a new line. Or, we could even make these new lines, make it a list. And we can return that whole thing. So now we've created a manager class that has two additional methods in it, in addition to everything that it already has. So the manager already has calculate paycheck and calculate overtime and get info, but we changed the functionality of get info in the manager class to include some additional things. So now we can say, first of all, let's say, okay, so manager equals manager, we'll make a manager, and we'll give him a name. Maybe he's related to one of his employees. And we just apply all of that information. Right, an age, an hours per week, a wage, of course. Then we need to also apply that additional information that is required. So we don't only just need finally the position title, but we also need the list of subordinates, and we'll just say, we'll use the employees that we already created for that. Now we have a manager. We can say print manager dot get info. We can say also print manager dot calculate paycheck, and all of these things are going to work just fine. Calculate paycheck still requires that argument, so we'll just say a flat 40 hours. And don't forget those two blank lines after your class. There it is. And we can of course actually adjust this so that it's a little more neatly formatted. Yeah. And we'll remove this because it's no longer needed. So that's how class inheritance in Python works. You can see that we have two classes that are related, but one of them is more specific. It is actually relatively shorter because we already have all of this. We just needed to add the new things and modify one of the existing methods. So I will see you all in the next video.